Okay, so this is my circuit board. Okay, so down here you can see we have our capacitors. Just above that we have transistor, and above that we have our resistors, and right up here on the top we have our LED lights. On the back side of the circuit board you can see that I have done some soldering. Not too bad, not the prettiest soldering job in the world, but it works. You can see that my wetting isn't too bad, it's pretty shiny. So I mean, for my first soldering experience, I don't think I did too bad. Down here at the bottom you can see we have this purple connecting wire, which of course connects the two grounds. And of course we have our red and black wire here, which will connect to the battery. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, and we're going to see if the LED lights light up. And we can see that they do. And because of the way the circuit is set up, you can see that they are alternating. They're doing so fairly quickly, but that alternation is there. Alright. Now this project took me approximately, I want to say, 5 hours or so, which isn't too bad for my first circuit project. I had a little bit of help from the lab assistant. She was very helpful. Some of the things I've learned is, of course, like I talked about earlier, soldering. I'd never done that before. So, watching the videos about proper wetting and everything, and how to use the soldering iron, and how to make sure the tip is always shiny and not carbonized, made logical sense, but actually physically doing it was kind of different because it's a lot of things to think about at once. Another thing that I've noticed is, the soldering wire and the soldering iron have to be positioned a certain way. The way I found that works best for me is to kind of have them diagonal, and to make sure that you're applying proper pressure so that the solder actually connects your components to the board, which didn't always occur, so I had to use the solder removal tool a little bit. Something else that I learned is that even though the schematic is designed a certain way, you can see that I had to kind of improvise a little bit. Even though this circuit board is fairly big, I didn't want to take up the entire space, so I try to be kind of minimalistic a little bit, but it works. As you saw earlier, the two LED lights light up and they alternate the way they're supposed to. The most difficult part about this project for me was just lack of knowledge and experience with the soldering, and just figure out what the different components do, and how the transistors work in relation to the capacitors, and how the capacitors are charged up, and how those transistors kind of act to alternate what capacitor is giving off that energy at a certain time in order to power its respective LED light. Overall, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it, and I look forward to the next project. So thank you very much, and see you again soon.